partially we're gonna use rollback. So let's see how to write that script. First, we are going to update salary by subtracting 1000, and we are going to do that for a record whose employee ID is 2. Then we are going to create one save point here, sp1. After that, we are going to update salary of employee ID equals to 5, and we're going to add 10,000. Now here we're going to create save point 2. After that, we're going to add 33,333 to a salary whose employee ID is 2. And at the end, we are going to use rollback to save point sp2 and undo the changes after it. Let's try to solve this. First thing here we will do, we'll copy the rollback script from our earlier assignment, and I'm going to paste a new file, and file name is SavePoint. We are going to create the save point after first update statement sp1. So let's do that. Create save point, and how to create the save point, just write save point and the name of save point sp1, and this is your statement. Let's say 2, and this will be your statement 3. Now after this update statement, you would like to create the sp2 save point. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna copy this statement, I'm gonna create sp2 save point. Looks good. Now I'm gonna put this statement 5, update, there is error, and this is rollback. And in rollback statement we have to make the changes, and the change is that we have to roll back to save point sp2. So how to do that? Roll back, you write 2, then you write save point sp2. Let's check first the value before executing the statement. The salary column has 50,000 for employee ID 2 and 45,000 for employee ID 5. So when we roll back, we'll see how this value changes. Okay, I'm gonna execute first 3 statements. We started the transaction. Now we're gonna update first statement. So the 50,000 value became 40,000. We subtracted 10,000. Now we created save point sp1. After that we added 10,000 to second record. So it became 55,000. Later we created save point sp2. Now we are executing next statement, and it's not going to execute because it has error, right? Earlier we saw this. Now if I run this statement sp2, so whatever the statement here, let's say this is only, let's say we could have 4.1. Let's imagine we had these many statements, 4 statements. So what this statement will do, it will roll back all these statements or undo all these changes, and it will consider only these changes, only these 2, update statements. Let's run this. Now let's check the values. So as it is, right, we have 40,000 and 55,000. So everything looks good. Now what happens if we close the session? Are those values going to be preserved, or they will go back to its original state before we started the transaction? Let's see that. I'm gonna go save this one. Let me close unnecessary things. I'm gonna close the connection. If we go back to our table, what do we see? 50,000 and 45,000. So our values are not preserved, or they are not saved. So how to save the values till this save point sp2? We want to save these changes. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that using commit. Let's see this in our next exercise. All right, thank you guys.